Did you ever wonder why so many men lose their energy and confidence after 60? It does not always begin in the bedroom as many believe. The truth often takes root in a small and often ignored gland that sits silently in the body, the prostate. Most men avoid the subject and too few doctors talk about it in depth. But what if I told you that nature has been holding a set of hidden secrets for centuries? Secrets that could restore vitality without drugs or surgery. What if I told you that the solution is not locked away in a laboratory, but already inside your kitchen? I am Dr. James, and for more than 30 years, I have helped men rediscover their vitality. I have seen retired soldiers struggling with nightly trips to the toilet. I have seen businessmen who thought they would never feel like real men again, and I have seen them all return to life when they discovered the power of 5 simple fruits. Fruits that calm inflammation, fruits that restore circulation, fruits that speak directly to the silent prostate. The first fruit is the humble kiwi. Most think of it as a sour snack forgotten at the back of the fridge. But this small green powerhouse is loaded with vitamin C, one of the strongest natural antioxidants. It soothes inflammation, it reduces oxidative stress, it helps men sleep through the night without constant interruptions. I once saw a 70-year-old man who added only 2 kiwis a day. Within weeks he was sleeping soundly, his bladder calm, his mood lighter. He looked at me with tears in his eyes and said, "Doctor, I feel free for the first time in years, but the kiwi is only the beginning." Another fruit hides in plain sight with deep blue skin. The blueberry, small but fierce. I call them the antioxidant warriors. They are packed with anthocyanins, molecular shields that protect cells from the rust of time. Each handful slows the silent swelling of the prostate. Each bite sends protection to your brain and your blood vessels. I remember Carl, a man in his 60s who felt his flame fading. He told me, "Doctor, I feel extinguished. I no longer live in my body." We started with 1 small bowl of blueberries each morning. Weeks later, he looked younger. He laughed with his wife again. He told me I never imagined such a small fruit could change how I feel as a man. But the journey does not stop there. The third fruit is ancient and revered, the pomegranate. Hard shell on the outside, a world of ruby seeds inside. It has been used for centuries to restore masculine energy. Modern science now confirms what the ancients knew. The polyphenols and ellagic acid inside act directly on hormones. They reduce inflammation. They restore balance. I once met Greg, a carpenter of 70 years. His prostate was swollen, his testosterone low. He felt numb and absent. I suggested something simple, half a glass of pure pomegranate juice each morning. 2 weeks later, he returned and told me, "Doctor, I feel like myself again. Not just better down there, but whole again." That is the quiet but deep power of the pomegranate. At this point, let me pause and tell you something important. If you find value in these secrets, if you want more honest and natural advice for men like you, hit the subscribe button now and activate the bell. It gives strength to this channel. It tells me to keep creating for you. Now let us continue our journey. The fourth fruit is sweet and refreshing. It is the watermelon. For many, it is just a summer snack, but inside lies the power of natural lycopene. This compound targets prostate inflammation like a silent healer. I recall Robert, a quiet man in his 60s. He felt constant pressure in his lower belly, his urinary stream weak. He was not ready for medication, so I told him to eat 1 large slice of watermelon every afternoon for 2 weeks. When he returned, his eyes were clearer, his body more relaxed, his energy steady. He said, "Doctor, I finally sleep through the night. Watermelon hydrates deeply. It cleanses the kidneys. It supports circulation not just in the pelvis but in the entire body. Better circulation means stronger oxygen flow, balanced hormones, and yes, stronger, more natural erections." But the final fruit, the one most underestimated of all, is the simple tomato. It looks ordinary. It costs almost nothing, but when cooked, it becomes the most concentrated source of lycopene known. And here lies its secret. Cooked tomato releases up to 4 times more lycopene than raw. A bowl of soup, a spoon of tomato paste, a drizzle of olive oil, and suddenly the tomato becomes a natural medicine. I remember Marvin, 82 years old, a retired nurse, tired of nightly bathroom trips. We started with 1 hot cup of tomato soup each morning. Weeks later, he returned with a glowing smile. "Doctor," he said, "something inside me has reignited. That is the hidden power of the tomato." Now imagine what happens when you combine them all. The kiwi, the blueberry, the pomegranate, the watermelon, the tomato. They restore blood flow, they balance hormones, they rebuild the silent foundations of masculine vitality. I have seen men regain their mornings, their nights, their confidence, not from pills or knives, but from fruits. And yet, there is something deeper here. Every pain, every restless night, every weak stream, every sigh of fatigue, they are not signs of defeat. They are messages, signals from your body. Your body has not abandoned you. It is asking for your help, not your resignation. Each kiwi, each blueberry, each seed of pomegranate, each slice of watermelon, each spoon of tomato is a whisper of healing, a reminder that life can be rekindled. I have watched men in their 60s, their 70s, even their 80s rise again. Not because of miracles, but because of small daily choices, because they decided to feed their bodies with what nature intended, because they believed it was not too late, because they realized that health is not about years left, but about life still waiting inside them. So now the choice is yours. You have heard the science, you have heard the stories. If one fruit spoke to you tonight, begin with that one. Maybe your next chapter begins with your next bite, and when you do, know this: you are not only eating a fruit, you are sending a message. I respect myself, I choose life, I am still alive. If this message touched you, click like, share it with a friend. Leave a comment telling me what resonated with you. I read every word, and sometimes your story awakens another man's hope. And if you wish to support this channel further, consider a small donation through the link below. Every gesture helps, and I am truly grateful. Take care of yourself, stay strong, stay hopeful. I will see you in the next video. This is Dr. James. And remember, your best years may still lie ahead.